Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the SH Figuarts Nina Williams from Tekken 8. Nina in her business casual attire? Business cocktail? What combination of outfit is this? I don't know, but it is her new look for Tekken 8. I'm curious, we'll do a question of the day right away. Do you guys like this look for her? I don't know. We'll talk about that again in a minute, but it's in a line that's been pretty good overall. Not great. It hasn't had that many releases, but it's been a solid enough line, I would say, that I could see people wanting to continue to flesh it out. So here's the next one. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Pretty good package. I like that they moved the figure over on this one. A lot of the Bandai packages leave the figure in the middle no matter what's going on here. So this is nice. If you're an inbox collector, you'll get to see the figure pretty well. Photo there. Render there. Don't look at the render. The figure doesn't look good. Photos back here. Pretty good. They did a much bigger coverage for the figure, so that's good. And then on this side, it's not that useful. But yeah, decent packaging. A little bland, I would say, but I'm not a package person, I don't really care, but I know some of you are, and it's fine. It's your usual Figuarts fare. We're going to save that, though, and we're going to do this. By the way, this figure's in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. She stands about 15.5 centimeters. That's going to make her just about, call it 6 1/8 inches. Here she is up against Darwin. You could easily fudge her into a 1/12 scale collection. Not really the right size for it, but close enough. Alright, so here's my question of the day, in addition to the one I already asked, or at least the one I think I already asked. How do you guys feel about these modern day video games, these fighting games in particular, trying to give all the characters more real world type outfits rather than, oh, you look like a video game character outfits? For me, I get what they're doing, and I know that there are skins for you to use for like the classic looks and things, but I'm just not personally into it. I don't play video games, especially fighting games, for the realistic clothing. I don't care about a lady in a leather jacket with a rug hanging from her that kind of looks like a dress, but not, I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. I'd much rather have the video game style outfits. Street Fighter's doing the same thing. DJ in his orange Maximum pants is just such a better look for me than his current guy walking down the street outfit. Doesn't work for me at all, for instance. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the figure. Aesthetically speaking, they do have a lot of details in here. They packed it in there to match the new rendering, the new hyper-realistic look of fighting games, and it looks pretty good. I have to say, the best thing about this figure, the face is phenomenal. The paint job on it, the sculpt, it's really, 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 really nice. That's good. I feel like I could get in on that with a macro lens and it would still look nice. They did a very good job on that. The hair, not as well. Like, that seam is pretty obnoxious. Pretty noticeable. The paint job in the hair is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It has a little bit of the wrong color to it, I think. The jacket looks pretty nice. The details are good. Her little gauntlet thingy, again, pretty nice. Nothing special. Some details throughout that are good. Her fishnet type stockings, that's fine. Are they fishnets though? Because they're awfully dark for fishnets because there's no apparent skin showing through. So I don't know what's going on. Does it show on here? I guess they're pretty dark. They look like fishnets. Oops, you can't see it. They look like fishnets, but they're dark. So I guess that's reasonably accurate. Alright, but then the other thing that's not reasonably accurate is her cleavage area. They really dumbed down the sculpt on the yellow claspy thing. You can see right there. Come on. Come on. Alright, it's too dark. Hold on. And it's glossy cardboard. There you go. You can see that that's supposed to look like that. And it doesn't. It's just one big yellow chunk. So that's a little bit... It's front and center, so it's a little obvious. And then they're also missing the cleavage part that goes down underneath that. They left it on this part of the joint underneath. So that does affect the look of the character some. If you're in it for the cleavage, you're missing out on some cleavage. So be aware of that. They did include, by the way, her questionably placed concealed gun. I guess it's a good thing she has a thigh gap. But yeah, it's pretty well done. It's nice looking overall. I don't know if they lost too much of her figure in the figure with the layers of clothing to try to make it look like clothing. I don't know. I think once you pose it, it's going to be okay. It's going to look all right. She's not supposed to look super bulky, though. Like, she's pretty slender, even with the jacket and the rug dress. So, I don't know. It's all right. I'm going to give it an aesthetic rating of 7. It looks pretty good overall, but I could definitely see some people not being super into it compared to the source material. But that face is a 9.9. It's really, really good. Also, this seems to be the wrong color. It's too dark and drab. Okay, so let's talk about the accessories. We have 3 different faces. The one that comes on her, which is neutral. The one where she's kind of smiling, just barely more than neutral. And then the one where her mouth is open. They're all really well done. They're all very, very nice. You do have her sunglasses, which work on any of the faces. The hair has to be put on to hold them in place, but the hair has to be there anyway, so that's okay. But the sunglasses don't match the source material if the render is correct. The render has them being purple and gold. These are just solid black. So, are they purple and gold? Let me make sure. Yeah, there's gold and purple with black lenses, and they're just solid black. So that's definitely going to take away from the figure some there. All right, you do get a decent spread of hands. I have to note her one hand that's meant to go on her hip is weird. That thumb is like dislocated. So that's a little bit weird. You're not going to notice it super. It's not going to be super obvious, but it is a problem. And then you do get her 2 pistols, which are pretty nicely done. So decent spread. Oh, you also get the cardboard. Ugh, the cardboard. I hate that Bandai keeps including this. It's just such a silly thing if you ask me. I know some people use it, but it's not nice enough quality for me to bother with. So it's bothersome. But accessory-wise, pretty good spread. I'll go 8 out of 10. All right, let's talk about the articulation. I'm happy to let you know that they went with a ball peg for the neck, or for the head, and then a ball peg for the neck. So other than the hair getting in the way, she has the correct amount of articulation in there. And other than the hair getting in the way, it works. So that'll be fine. You shouldn't have any trouble there. For the butterfly joint, it's not much of a butterfly joint really. Like, it moves some, but it can't go anywhere. There's nowhere for the arm to go. This is like hard, thick plastic right here, so you're not really using that butterfly joint in any useful way. The arms do pop off too easily, but I've only had it happen one time, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for you. Decent range, nothing special. It is just acceptable, which is kind of like how this line has been. If you really like these new looks, you're probably going to be okay with it. If you don't, you're probably not going to want to rush out to get them because they're not super impressive. Elbow joint, just better than 90 degrees on such a slender figure. That's a bummer. Wrists, ball joint. Ball hinge is nice. Torso articulation, it's fine. She can lean back a little bit. Not anywhere near enough. And leaning forward is okay. But this top joint, there's a joint here and a joint here. The top joint doesn't really do much. So you're doing most of the work on that bottom joint, and it is just okay. This, I don't like this. They didn't really try to hide the ugly there at all. Don't care for that. If you're going to do the layers, you have to make it look a little bit better than that. Yeah, this particular line has been, just. You do get your waist twist, of course. And then for the dress, it's pretty stiff, given that it's going to get in the way a lot. And then this part also is pretty stiff, and it curves around her buttocks, with an S, not without an S. And so that's going to get in the way of posability too, but I don't think that much really. Let's see about the hips. So going out to the side, we do get full on okay. Well, if you go all the way out and do full on splits, it pops the body off. So that's a thing. So I guess they didn't make enough clearance for the legs to come all the way up. That's kind of funny. But yeah, you get basically the full-on splits, so that's pretty good. The dress is going to hang awkwardly, so that's something you can't really avoid too much, so I don't really mind. It's just some ball pegs in there, by the way. Don't worry, she got dinner. All right, and then, let's see, going forward, you can really, really force it and get her leg up to horizontal. The dress is going to be awkward and ugly, though. It's like, don't put her in a dress. Who makes this game? Who makes Tekken? Is it Bandai Namco? Might be. I think it is. Oh yeah, it's on the box. Anyway, oh, there goes her body again. Just don't do a dress. Dresses are hard to animate in games. Dresses are hard to make action figures out of. Dresses are not the way to go. Okay, so now she's all stuck. There we go. So yeah, okay, her hip situation is annoying because it's going to pop off her body. So kicking forward is good enough. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can't really force that leg forward to do a kick because of the body coming apart. And then it gets stuck. Gosh, that's annoying. I didn't encounter that in my pre-review preview. So that's super duper annoying. You're going to have to pop her apart all the time when you're trying to pose her. All right, you do get a thigh swivel at the top of the stockings, so that's pretty good. The double jointed knee is pretty good range and good proportioning. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And then for the ankle, decent range, surprisingly good range. Ankle rocker is a bit okay. Come on, Bandai, what the heck? Trying to use the ankle rocker separated the ankle joint. And if you guys have had action figures do this, it is one of the most annoying things. So the ankle rocker will work, but you might run into that problem. And then the toe joint, not bad. It's like they overdid it. They over-engineered it a little bit, but it's fine. I don't know why they put such a big ugly cutout on the side of the front of her foot, but it's fine. It'll work. So yeah, that's, where was this one made? Made in China. So it's at their main factory. Their main Figuarts factory, I'm sure. But the, I don't like my figures popping apart constantly. In this one, the arm came off earlier and the legs and torso keep separating. Don't love that. But her articulation is acceptable. I'll give it, given the design, a 7, I guess, but probably more like a 6 because it's really annoying and doesn't have that much functionality, where it doesn't need to be as limited as it is in the torso. There's not exactly a whole lot going on there because it's just the jacket. And it should be a very soft material, and it is kind of, but the way they have it connected, it limits it too much. So yeah, there's some good, there's some bad. I wouldn't go higher than a 7 for articulation, that's probably generous. But now it's time for the final verdict. Is this another good release for this line? It's about the same. I still think Kazuya is better, and this one's about the same as Jin. It's fine. You're not going to hate it. You're not going to be in love with it. I mean, for being an action figure, if you like little people, then... like, if you have a thing for this character, then fine, but it's just fine. I'm going to give it an overall rating of 7. It is perfectly adequate. It is acceptable. It is not impressive, and it is not anything extraordinary other than in its mediocrity. It is just that. The face, though, I guess I should say that. The face is extraordinary. It is one of the best painted faces at this scale that I've ever seen, probably. It's got some shading in the face, the eyes and mouth and everything. It's just really, really, really well done. So there's that. But that's it for me. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.